Have you experienced the awesome power of the Panasonic Real 3DO system? Obviously.
Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
3DO from Panasonic, Gold Star, and Creative Labs. A new low price and free games.
Mind-blowing graphics of Panasonic Real 3DO. 3DO.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 3DO Experience, the 3DO Retrospective Podcast, where we talk about all things 3DO, the company, the console, and everything in between. I am Bill, and this is Threk. How you doing, Threk?
Howdy, Bill. I'm just doing great. How you doing?
Ooh-wee. Well, on that note, I'm doing
Bill.
wonderful.
Give us a southern accent.
Come on, Billy.
Bill.
I'm from New England. That's about as far as from south as you can get.
Oh, come on. Don't be a pussy. Don't
You
be one of
can't-
those gay queers. Say
You
it.
can't give me one of these.
Nope. It wouldn't be very
Do your best. Can you do a Hank Hill impression? Oh, dang it, Bobby.
ogle.
There we go. That was beautiful. Wow.
That'll count. That'll count.
That's about as much as I
Yeah.
can do. Ogle.
Yeah. Speaking of workplace abuse, we have our CEO with us, Aaron. Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. So cool, fun story. So my 3-year-old woke me up at 3:00 in the morning, and then I couldn't fall back asleep for an hour, so I took some ZQuil, and then it took a while to kick in. So I woke up at like 7 in the morning, really like groggy and delirious and weird because the ZQuil was still in my system. And so I've been like that almost all day, but now I'm good. So long story short, I'm good.
You took stock for a second, like, am I good? Or okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I had to collect I had to put all the puzzle pieces together in my brain about whether or not I'm good, but I am good. Thank you. for asking.
Yeah, like the other night, like last couple nights, I've had trouble sleeping, like not going to sleep till like 2 or 4 in the morning. Benefits of not having a job, but I was like, I need to like have a decent ass sleep schedule, right? So one night I took a melatonin, and the next day I felt awful, like absolute shit, like mind fog. I was fucking nauseous. Like I thought I was gonna throw up, and then I did a Google search, and apparently melatonin hangover is a real thing.
That's a cool band name. I'm calling it.
When I work
Like,
night,
I only took one. Like they advertised like taking 2. I was like, I don't need 2. Just give me 1.
when I
But
worked night shift,
never again.
I used to take 2 of the 10 milligram ones.
Jesus
God.
Christ. I feel
you
like if you use those after a while, it just fucks your system up and you can't go to sleep unless you have them.
They're supposed to be non-habit forming, which is like a safe kiddie way of saying you won't get addicted to the opiates or whatever.
I mean,
I don't know if
as
it's
I always,
actually opiates.
I
but
mean, as
yeah,
I always say, you can get addicted to anything, man.
that's
Like,
true. I am horribly
no, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm horribly addicted to Mario Kart. Okay, now go. Well,
See,
and
like,
Puzzle Bobble, but
I know weed's not habit forming, but we've all met those people who smoke way too much fucking weed.
Where they
That's
take
my mom.
personality, yes.
Yes. And it's one of those where it's like, I know scientifically it's not, but these guys don't give it a good name.
oh yeah, they'll
Yeah.
show
See,
up to work all like 420, man. There's no money in my wallet, man.
like I knew people who used to like take an edible before going to work. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I feel like
That-
that's. Go ahead, Bill.
That reminds me of my I had a friend who his dad was very out of touch with like that what's hip, I guess you could say. So he
too.
was going
smoke weed.
no, this is great.
Smoke the grass.
He would go to work every morning, and he had opened his like the fridge, and he had young adults by this point.
Teenagers in the fridge?
no.
Oh, sweet Cannibal Crunchies. Shout out.
He's Leatherface.
They were still he still had his kids living with him, but they were in their like early 20s and stuff. So of course they were drinking by then. He had no idea what White Claws were. So he had opened the fridge and saw the White Claws and just thought they were some sort of like soda. And he was taking one to work every morning for the drive.
I mean, if you're used to it, it probably wouldn't make
That's
a dent in
awesome.
your system.
I mean,
he never looked at the can and saw the alcohol thing on it.
I mean, I've kind of a low tolerance for booze, but I've never gotten drunk off White Claws.
Oh,
No,
you
it
gotta
takes way
drink
too many.
Yeah.
You have to drink a lot of them, and even then, it's still.
And they're not even that good. As somebody who likes like mineral water and seltzer water and all that, White Claws are just mixing it with alcohol. It's just like it's not a good mix. I don't know why people liked these so much. I drank more socially than I ever should have, but like
low calorie, and you can drink a lot of them. That is like the old.
That's true. That is true.
Circle it back to the guy who would do an edible and then go to work. What if that's like the like how Piccolo wears weighted clothes and then he takes them off and he's like zipping around like this guy?
Yes,
like,
it calms him down.
If he's not high off his balls, he's just so good at life. He's just like, how may I help you? And then he's like zooming around all over the goddamn place like Sonic the Hedgehog, dude. Like it's just a handicap for him. Like I'm too good at life. Gotta dumb it down.
I'll never understand it. You know, the same people who are like, oh, well, these addicts drinking coffee every day. It's like, bro, you smoke like half a dozen joints every day. You are not better than these people.
Don't attack me like that.
Out of all the
which one? I don't care. I'm just saying.
No, the coffee. I'm addicted to coffee. Go ahead, Bill.
That's fine.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Bones Coffee, our sponsor today.
Yes. Buy Bones.
We're not actually.
Coffee.
You could be.
See, with coffee, I'll make like a 6-ounce cup in the morning and not even drink the whole thing.
Oh, I'll have
I just don't think I'm a big coffee guy. I don't mind it, but it's just like I'm not a big fan. I don't hate it. I've grown.
The first cup is just so.
I've grown to appreciate it. It's just like I'm good.
See, I'll have my cup in the morning before I go to work, and then I'll have my big thermos full of coffee throughout the workday, and then I'll probably have coffee when I get home because that's my life.
Yeah, I mean, by the same token, I'm the guy. If I let the demons do their thing, I would drink like 6 cans of soda a day. So. Again, I'm not much better. It's just soda's always been my one like real bad habit. I used to drink way too fucking much of it. So
see, the reason
I've tried to calm it down over the years.
I started drinking my coffee black. Like the reason was like when I was working night shift, I would get like large iced coffee regular every single day. And after like 5 days of it, I was like looking at the cup and I just saw that layer of sugar. That was just like I was just like looking at it. I'm like, this is bad for me. So then like the next like couple months it was cream only, and then by that point I'm like, why am I even bothering with the cream? And I just started drinking it black and I never went back.
Yeah.
I can't do black coffee.
If anything, I'll put like there's this brand of oat milk, I forget the brand, but they make this like barista's choice, which is supposed to blend as if it like blend with the coffee as if it were dairy milk. Oh, it's good. Just like a little splash, like you're just throwing a baby into a pool. It's a little splash.
Hop in, son. Hop into my coffee.
You're on your own.
Fly, son. Fly. I mean, swim.
Swim. Fly or swim, whichever works better.
You choose. Chef's choice.
You choose. Yeah.
So,
so this
is a gaming podcast after all.
Yep.
Well, we're going to be talking about good old Bust a Move from 3DO. But before we do that, over the week, we had the beginning and the end, I don't know. Summer's Game Fest happened. And there was quite a few announcements.
Too many.
From a lot of announcements. So I figure before we get into the game, because there's not a lot to say, we will go over I compiled the most interesting announcements from the State of Play, the Summer Games Fest main show, and the Xbox Showcase. And then there were 2 other news stories that happened afterwards, but I'll save them for after. So anyways, the State of Play, that happened. It's weird. I was talking to Bill about this before the show. It feels like people have been like hating on this one when I thought it was okay. Like it was fine.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that happened last Thursday.
I was amazed. Even Nave said it was good. And Nave's our resident doesn't like PlayStation guy, so
I think he kind of plays it up for the bit, but
I know. But it was like, wow, even Nave praised it.
I mean, I think like the big thing is like like first party Sony stuff, there really wasn't much of anything. And the kind of the bait and switch tease of Ghost of Yotei, I thought wasn't a good move. Because I'm like, you should have showed them a little bit of the gameplay before you did the big deep dive in July. Like that, I didn't like. Marathon was completely absent. I have a feeling it was originally. I feel like it was supposed to be there, but it's not. And there's rumors of the game either getting delayed or straight up canceled. I think they'll probably just delay it like a year. You know, maybe if it disappears for a year and then it comes back, everyone will go like, "Oh yeah, that thing." You know, maybe they'll fix it. I don't know.
Speaking of state of play, I saw that Final Fantasy 16 is on Xbox now, so that's cool.
Yeah. We'll talk about that at the Xbox show.
Oh shit, my bad. I thought it just
You're
happened
fine.
today.
You're fine. Nope. You're fine. But anyway, state of play. The first thing I saw, Luminous Arise. So if you guys play Tetris Effect is a really cool game. One of my favorite versions of Tetris. That studio, I forget the name of them. They are doing another like sparkly, musicy thing with an old puzzle game, and now they're doing Luminous, which I think is a perfect fit for like the Tetris Effect style. Like they showed this really cool trailer, great music, all that good stuff. Looks fantastic. I don't think it's out this year. It might be out this year or later or next year. I'm not sure. As far as I know, it's only PlayStation and PC, I think. I don't know if it was announced for other consoles. It has optional VR support, so they're not going to do like with original Tetris Effect where it was VR only, and then they did the non-VR version later. They're kind of mixing them in, which I think is the smart thing to do.
I wonder if it's going to be kind of like it's on PlayStation and PC for a bit, and then they port it like they did with Tetris Effect.
Yeah. Because my guess is it'll probably come to Xbox and Switch 1 and 2. Like I don't see why it wouldn't run on any of those platforms, but it looks great. I'll definitely be buying and playing it because I do love Tetris Effect. I still play it every once in a while. Like it's just a super fun game to play.
Yeah, Luminous is pretty cool too. I haven't played one of those in a really long time.
Yeah, I have the remaster on my Xbox, and I've put quite a few hours into it.
I had the 2 on PSP way back in the day. I remember playing a good amount of those.
See, I thought they were like Sony only puzzle games, but I don't think they are.
I think they first started on PS, or no, maybe it was PSP and DS. I'm pretty sure.
I think they might have been on DS because I know Sony's puzzle game, sort of puzzle game, was Patapon.
Yeah,
which is on Nintendo now, which is even more bizarre.
Yeah, I think that was Bandai Namco is handling the publishing for that on other places. So
yeah, it was PSP exclusive for a whole year.
Okay.
The first one, yeah.
But yeah, Luminous Arise looks great. I hope to play it one of these days. The next game was I feel like I had heard of this game before, but it was one of those kind of like in limbo kind of things, and that's Pragmata, which is like the big it's a big like Capcom thing where it's like this really gorgeous third person action adventure shooter where you're like a space soldier and there's like a little girl on your back. She's dressed in blue, so I'm like, is this Mega Man? It's not Mega Man. Megan Man. Bill, do you know anything about Pragmata?
I remember seeing it and then forgetting about it, but it looks interesting.
I mean, it looks gorgeous, like graphically. It looks fantastic.
Does. You know, is it weird that I'm reminded of Star Citizen, and then it just reminded me like, oh yeah, that game's never coming out.
This is the first time I've thought of Star Citizen in a while.
Isn't it out in early access though? Like technically, it's out.
It's kind of like Minecraft, where it was out for years before it officially technically released, but I don't think it'll ever be finished.
That's true.
Yeah, there's so many games that just rot in early access. So
hopefully not Slay the Spire 2. Please God, I need that fucking game to come out.
You need it. Yeah.
God damn it.
But anyways, Pragmata next year looks pretty good. Next was Romeo is a Dead Man, which is the latest Suda 51 game, and it's Suda.
Suda game, all right.
It's absolutely Suda. I am a fan of Suda 51. I haven't played all of his games. I did play through No More Heroes 3 and wasn't a huge fan of it. I just thought it really let me down compared to 1 and 2, but you know, it was fine for what it was. And this looks like really fantastic. It's like I still need to play Lollipop Chainsaw, so that's still sitting on the backlog. I did play is it Shadows of the Damned?
Yeah.
I played that on 360 quite a few years back. And that was a fun little game. But
Killer is Dead was pretty good too.
yeah, that's
Whoa.
sitting in,
Killer's
that's sitting in
Dead
my
is really
backlog as
cool.
well. That's sitting in my backlog as well. And Killer 7. Sorry, Dre. I still need to play Killer 7. So
I'm watching the trailer for Romeo as a Dead Man, and it's fucking nuts.
it's nuts.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
is happening?
I think it's dated for next year as well.
And
It is such a pseudo-looking game.
Oh,
I'm all
yeah.
for
But
it.
I will say at this point, the takeaway I got from everything that we saw throughout the weekend was most of these games are next year.
Yeah.
do I?
So it feels like the second half of this year is, I don't want to say it's empty, but it feels sparse compared to how it's been before, where it's like next year is really getting built up. But I mean, there was some stuff that's coming out this year as well. So next was they showed more of Silent Hill F, and that's
Which
out
looks
this year.
awesome. Yeah.
It's out this year. I'm definitely interested in it. Konami's apparently doing a showcase in a couple days about Silent Hill F, the MGS3 remake, and apparently they said other stuff.
Ooh,
What that other stuff is,
Castlevania.
Castlevania would be nice. I mean, MGS Legacy Collection 2, finally get MGS4 off the PS3.
I'm still curious how they're going to handle that because there is so much PS3 baked into that game.
I mean, they could do it.
I'm just curious what they're going to change.
Just scribble out the X out the 3 and then put a 5.
It's not even that.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, Bill.
They'd have to like get Otacon's voice actor to do new lines of dialogue because there's points in the game where he straight up is like, "Oh wait, you're playing on a PlayStation 3," and it's like, okay,
They get crappy voiceovers. Like, you're
part
playing
of
on
me
a PlayStation 5.
You're playing on a gaming machine.
Well, there's also like there's points when you fight
Fry.
you like Psycho Mantis resurrects briefly. Spoilers for 4. And it like flashes PS3s on the screen and PS1s, and I'm just like, what is going on?
I mean, who knows? I'm sure they could figure it out if they really want to. So
I'm gonna attempt to. Oh wait, I'm gonna attempt to share my screen with y'all.
Sounds good.
Actually,
But
wait.
what I was gonna say with Silent Hill F, I saw that gameplay. It looks good,
No.
but I'm like, does the F in Silent Hill stand for Fatal Frame? Because it just looks like a Fatal Frame game.
It does.
It really does, minus the camera.
Yeah, it's like the direction they took was a very interesting one, and I think that's what makes me more curious to it because I want to see where it goes.
Whoa.
Somebody dying?
Yeah,
No.
apparently they went with the more Japanese setting because, like, the last 3 Silent Hill games have been set in America or use like American themes or settings or whatever. So they're like,
Well-
nope, let's reel it back
Well,
to the
the
homeland.
last time a Silent Hill game was made by a non-Western team was Silent Hill 4,
That's true.
so it's been a long time.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I'm interested in F. We'll see where it goes. I mean, hell, Fatal Frame. I'm like, just Bamco, please give me Fatal Frames 1 through 3, please. They're way too goddamn expensive on the used market. I just port them for the love of God.
I was
Any-
gonna share my screen, but my fucking laptop is on the Wi-Fi for some reason, and I don't dare try to plug in the hard wire and fuck up this whole this whole podcast. So whatever.
That's okay. That's okay. You can show us later. But speaking of Konami, we got Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement. It's the next game in the Bloodstained series. Still haven't played Ritual of the Night. I should.
Dude,
I know I
You
should.
need to.
I should.
if-
It's just, I think it was on sale last time I checked. I'll have to double check. But yeah, but newest Bloodstained. I mean, it looks like Bloodstained. It's about what I
Ega.
expected. Yeah. So did they give a release date for that? I hadn't put release dates on any of these. I really should have.
There's just says it launches on PS5 next year on the PlayStation.blog website.
Okay, so yeah, 2026 for that one as well. So
This looks
Hey-
so sick, dude.
hey, maybe by that time I will have played Ritual of the Night. I did play the first Curse of the Moon. Loved
Curse
that
of the
game.
Moon's
That
good.
game was fantastic. So
You need to play Ritual of the Night, man. It's like or whichever the fuck one is the big one. I think it is Ritual of the Night.
yeah, Ritual of the Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it mixes and mashes all of the cool bits from other Castlevania. Like it's just pretty much just Symphony of the Night with shit from like Aria of Sorrow and a little
Order
bit
of
of Order of
Ecclesia.
Ecclesia in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sick.
You could tell that
I just-
Ego really liked Shinoa.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I just beat Order of Ecclesia the other day. Finally, that was a fun game. Really fucking hard. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that
ridiculously
crab
hard.
boss. That
Oh
crab
god.
boss gave me a run for my money.
If it wasn't for rewinding and save stating, I never would have beat that game. But
Yeah.
I mean,
it was good. I
best-
liked it.
the best DS Castlevania is still Portrait of Ruin. But
Oh
that's
yeah,
not-
Portrait
Ruin's
is
so
far
good.
better. I'll go back
Mhm.
and play Dawn one of these days because I never beat it. Oh yeah, the other thing, Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil East Chronicles. The Tactics remaster is real, guys. It is here. It's real.
Woohoo!
I think it's out this year. I think they said it was this year, and it looks butt ugly.
Yeah, and they
I
want
do
way,
not like how it looks at all.
That's it.
they're asking way too much money for it, in my
60
opinion.
$60.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Ugh. Well, and I wondered why they smoothed out all the pixels and it just has that kind of gross mobile look to it. And
it
apparently,
does. Oh.
apparently, I asked somebody in Discord said it to me that they're actually using the mobile assets for this enhanced version, and I'm like, really?
No.
Come on. There is they also said, oh, you can play the original as well. We'll give you both. And it's like, at that point, I could just emulate the original.
I mean, at that point, I'll just boot up my PSP and play
Yeah,
Warrior
but
Lion.
Yeah, you play the
Lion.
PSP version. If they
Yeah.
had ported the PSP version, I think people would have been like, hell yeah. People would have been fine with that. So I don't know, man. Made 2 PSP references today. It's great.
PSP
Yeah.
had some bangers. Like the PSP.
Oh
really
yeah.
did.
Jean d'Arc. Oh, love that game.
I love John Dark so much.
Yeah, Jean d'Arc is great. But yeah, that's out this year. It's a shame. I feel like this Tactics
waste.
remaster, I feel like it's gonna go the same way as the Crystal Chronicles remaster did. Highly anticipated. Everyone wanted it. It came out and it was dog shit, and everyone
Be
forgot
a
about it.
shitty mobile port that sucks. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. God damn it.
Why couldn't they
Square.
just port the PSP version, man? The PSP
Yeah.
version is like the
That's what we were
Always.
saying when you. Actually we were just saying that when you took your headphones off, because I think that
Oh.
would have been the better option.
you can switch between the enhanced and the classic visuals
Yeah,
actually.
but if I'm gonna play the classic one, why don't I just emulate the PS1 version?
I know. It's like it's if it
You
wasn't
know what I mean?
if they didn't want full
True.
price for it, I'd be less like annoyed.
Yeah, it being 60 is not good. If it was like $30, I think it would have been fine.
30
Yeah.
30's fine. Like even
But-
40 would be stretching it, but I could accept 40.
I would
Yeah,
accept 40, considering they're not really adding anything else other than kind of making it look smooth, which sucks.
Like that mobile smooth edges that I do
Mhm.
not like at all. I don't think
It's
anybody likes that
gross.
really. So
Yeah.
it's a shame, but hopefully the FF9 remake doesn't look like ass. So
I hope
They
so.
better not fuck up my baby.
yeah. But anyways, but a actual remaster that I'm looking forward to, the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Was
Ooh.
not really expecting this, but yeah, it's Digital Eclipse, so you know they do good work, and they're doing another in their like video game museum series with like Atari 50 and everything. It's not part of their Gold Master series. I think those are reserved for like the old games like Karateka and all that stuff. But this, it is from what we know, it's a compilation of MKs 1 through 4, and it's like the arcade versions, various console and handheld versions, and they said more.
When you type in Mortal Kombat Legacy, you get a TV series. That's not what I was looking
Yeah, we're not
for.
talking about the TV. No, not talking about that show.
Legacy
But it's
Collection.
but what's cool about this is, as far as if I'm correct on this, this is the first time the arcade version of Mortal Kombat 4 has ever been properly re-released, because it was
because
and any re-release was the PC version.
Yeah, because the closest thing we got was
That's weird.
Gold on Dreamcast, but that is not
Yeah.
a perfect port by any means.
No, I'm hoping Gold is in this collection, because what I liked is they didn't reveal everything. They're like, there is more coming, but we're gonna like
That's cool.
some secret stuff in there. It has been revealed the 3 GBA games are in here. So Mortal Kombat Advance,
Hooray!
Deadly Alliance, and
That
Tournament
was
Edition.
my-
No, they should be there. They should be there. Tournament
That's
Edition
true.
is good.
Might as well.
Tournament
Yeah,
Edition is a genuinely good game.
Deadly Alliance and Tournament Edition are pretty good.
Advance is dog shit, but Digital Eclipse, if we're going to be doing this preservation shit, you got to preserve the bad games, which is why I said if there is no mythologies and special forces in here, they are fucking cowards, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
You know
for
what
not
I'm
putting
kind
in
of
those
headed in
genuine
public.
fucking gems.
You know what I'm
I
I'm a
need
little-
4K renditions of those cutscenes, those FMV cutscenes for mythologies. God
I know,
damn
right?
it.
You know what I'm a little bummed about though? Because they're including Game Boy versions of like 1 and
Yeah.
2. Why aren't
And
they
the game-
including the
the
Game
Game
Boy
Gear
version
version
of
of 1?
4? Yeah, that too. Why aren't they including the Game Boy version of 4? That version
They
is
might.
supposed.
That's the thing. They might be.
Okay, it isn't on this list I'm seeing. That's why
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
again, they said they didn't reveal everything.
Okay.
They wanted some secrets in there, and that could be a secret. I hope it's in there.
Because the
Like,
Game Gear,
because
the Ga-
I'm buying this day one, and I'm gonna try to play. If I can play the Game Gear version of Mortal Kombat 1 online with people, that's where I will be. I'll be in that lobby. We'll be fucking playing it.
they also
I'm
have the
ge-
32X version of 2, which is interesting.
Yeah, which is really cool. Yeah, no 3DO version, unfortunately.
That's not
but
official.
I
That's
know,
not official.
I know. But yeah, this collection I'm super excited for. It's out later this year. It has all the documentary stuff that they do.
Oh, that's cool.
So at the very end of the trailer, you see John Tobias and Ed Boon playing Mortal Kombat in an arcade, and my heart warmed because John Tobias has kind of like disappeared ever since he left, and to see him being brought back into the fold more, and them doing like full on historical stuff about the series. I mean, there's a lot of behind the scenes documentation about the games already, but to get more of like a modern, like to bring in Ed Boon and John Tobias, and hopefully there's like Sal DeVita and all those other guys from Midway to come in and talk about it. I think it could be like the best collection that Digital Eclipse has. And I love the Mortal Kombat games. Not a big fighting game guy, but I love the classic Mortal Kombat. So I'm all over this.
I'm happy they're including the Genesis version of 1 as well with the greatest soundtrack.
I like
love
that soundtrack.
That Genesis soundtrack is so good.
Yeah. So what about you, Aaron? You excited for this?
I've been glossing through all these other games on the PlayStation blog website.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch I'm now excited to talk about now that I'm caught up. But I do enjoy a Mortal Kombat. I haven't played one in a really long time, but they're always fun to get together with the boys and play some combat.
It's one of the few fighting games, like the old ones, that I'm like decently okay at. So that helps. And then the last thing at the state of play, and then we can go over anything I missed, was we finally got a first look at the 007 game from IO Interactive. It is called 007 First Light. A friend of mine, he sent me a screenshot of it, and he says, "Hell yeah, Twink Bond, let's go." He has a Tom Holland look to him a little bit.
He does.
Yeah, but outside of that, it looks fucking fantastic. It definitely has like
pretty.
It has Hitman elements, but it also has like, I guess, more kind of Uncharted kind of elements, because it kind of needed a little bit of that cinematic adventure mixed with like the stealth action. And they've done a little bit more of deep dives into the gameplay since then, but I mean, it looks fantastic. It's out next year. I mean, I'll pay $80 goddamn. I don't care. I just want to play this.
I like that they're trying something new and not just doing another first-person shooter.
Well, I don't think IO would do that. And if they were to do like, say, Hitman with a Bond skin, like that probably would be out by now and it'd be whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So to see them like, oh, we're gonna take Hitman, but we're gonna do some different stuff with it, I think is the right way to go. And it looks like they're paying a lot of respect to the franchise, and it's separate from all the other canon. So I look forward to this. So, you interested in this at all, Aaron?
No, I'm not a big James Bond guy. Yeah, no, it doesn't tickle me.
That's okay. Well, I'll play this and I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. So that was the state of play, or at least that's what I saw from the state of play that I was interested in. Anything I missed?
You forgot Digimon. God damn it, Digimon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There's
Stranger.
Was that another Digimon story game? Is that right?
Yeah, because the last one was
Cyber Sleuth. No, not
Cyber Sleuth.
It was the second Cyber Sleuth game. The
Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory.
Something like
which
that.
Was just the exact same fucking game, but with more Digimon. But
developed by the freaking Wild Arms team, which still baffles me.
Yeah,
they needed something to do. Okay,
I'm excited for that. There was other stuff.
I mean, it looks interesting. I'm not the biggest Digimon guy in the world. That's all.
That's fair.
What was it? Here, that origami game, Hirogami, that looks pretty tight.
Oh yeah, that looked interesting. Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. Tokon Fighting Souls, that like sweet anime Marvel fighting game, that looks like
Oh yeah,
kinda
yeah.
cool actually.
Yeah. I saw Arc System Works and went no.
My
So I was
favorite
talking
part about
no,
that
so I
was
talking
like
about like fighting games, right? Like Arc makes like, like the more techie kind of fighting games, and I am
Yeah.
absolute dog shit at those. So I never really have interest in playing those personally.
my favorite memes I saw were like it was like that cuck meme where it was Capcom sitting in the chair and its Arc System Works on the other side and just Marvel in the middle. It's like do it. And I'm just like, okay.
Is it okay? Do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Capcom are kind of busy, right? I mean, they're busy with like supporting Street Fighter 6.
They also
they're
fucked
putting
up
out
the
those
last Marvel crossover they did. So
Oh, with Infinite, yeah. I mean, they've mended the relationship, I think, with the collection. And they've been putting out other collections. And I mean, there's talks of a new Capcom versus SNK being worked on.
Oh god, that'd be so
really,
cool.
what I want is just Capcom versus Capcom, where they just like deep dive, like do like Fighters Mega Mix, but Capcom. You know,
I mean,
let me play as the airplane from 1942.
You could still do that, but with like Capcom versus SNK though. Like you could get a deep dive of SNK and everything they've done. Like
yeah, well,
some like King of the Monsters and shit. That'd be
that would be cool. That would be cool. I just like the idea of like Capcom being like, okay, it's all Capcom characters, so we're gonna like the fucker from God Hand. We're gonna pull him. Like, we're gonna pull all these weird characters. Everyone's gonna go, who the fuck is that? And then go like, oh, that one, yeah. Like that would be fun.
I mean, nothing will
Capcom
ever be.
versus SNK. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I don't think I've ever played a Capcom versus SNK.
They're good.
No, I don't think I ever have. I'm sure they're good, but I've played a bit of MVC, and MVC is fine. But like, again, I'm just not the biggest fan of
MVC
game guy in the
2 is
world.
where it's at, man. Marvel
It's
versus
very good.
Capcom 2 is
I played
the shit.
I played the 360 version of it back in the day. That was a lot of fun.
I still love playing MVC 3 and just like playing as Phoenix Ray, just sicking Maya on people because it's just funny.
I've seen
Or
some
you-
of that footage. Yeah.
Or you could be it's either Jill or Claire, and you can send out zombie dogs at people and whatever the fuck else her kid does. I only remember the zombie dogs. That shit was cool.
Yeah.
Come get your zombie dogs, kids.
Yeah, and then the last one I was interested in is it's called Sea of Remnants, and it's like a turn-based pirate RPG with like
Oh
puppet
yeah,
people.
that's like the wooden one, right?
Yeah.
See, that looks cool, but one thing that concerned me was when I was looking at the blurb for it. I forget where it was. It said free to play, and I went, oh no, why is it saying free to play? That concerned me. So
Yeah, no, thank you.
hopefully it's not bad, but that's one thing that has me a little worried about it.
We'll see.
Yeah, but State of Play. I mean, State of Play was fine. I didn't think it was amazing, but I didn't hate it. It's just I get it. We're at a point now, like at this point in the gen, it feels like PlayStation should really be hitting with their first party stuff, and they're just not. It's kind of a barren wasteland for them at the moment. So,
Yep.
Oh, it's published by NetEase. Oh, fuck.
oh no,
Yeah, it's free to play, dude.
Oh no,
It's
fuck.
cooked. It's so
God.
cooked.
It looked cool. It looked really cool.
Yeah.
I like the art style. God damn it. Anyways, we'll do the main Summer Games Fest. I didn't have that many games on this. I
forgot this was a thing.
I didn't watch it. I
I've got a
didn't
big
watch
one.
it. I didn't watch it as it was happening. Oh, we'll get to that one. I didn't watch it as it was happening, but I kind of skimmed through it later. So there might be a game or two I missed that looked really cool, but like the list I have isn't really big. But anyways, first one is Ill. Did you guys see this one? It's like this really gross first-person survival horror game kind of thing. It looks really fucking cool. Yeah. Where it's all these like really gross characters coming after you, and it's like a first-person shooter survival horror thing.
Oh, yeah.
It looks
this
sick.
fucking sweet, actually.
It looks like it needs a flu shot, and I'm here for it.
Dude. Oh my god, the description on Steam: a realistic first-person action horror game that takes you into a dark fort overtaken by a mysterious entity, unpredictable monsters, a visceral dismemberment system, and realistic physics create an atmosphere of relentless horror. That sounds fucking sweet.
When you get a chance, look at the trailer. The trailer really does it justice.
I'm looking right now, dude.
Speaking
Holy
of
shit.
like horror games, this is a bit off topic, but like
That's okay.
We need a game like anyone ever played a Carrier on Dreamcast?
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
Isn't that just Resident Evil on an aircraft carrier?
It's jank. It's not very good, but like just the idea of like a survival horror game on a fucking boat out in the middle of the ocean. That is such a terrifying concept.
I do like that idea, yeah.
What was that one on PS2? Cold Fear? I think that was also on a boat.
Like a cruise ship would be a great spot for that.
You just can't escape. Like you're literally like you have to like fight them off. It's like a cool just
idea. Like a cruise ship would be an easy thing for that. Yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know if they gave a release date for it. My guess is it's probably next year, but it looks fucking sick and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it just says to be announced on Steam.
That's fair. I feel like with I was thinking about it and I'm like, Unreal Engine 5 is really hitting its stride right now because that came out a couple years ago, but it feels like more and more games are being made in it and they're really taking advantage of it. And you're starting to see like we're at that point now where it feels like we are getting that next step in like graphical fidelity.
Oh,
in terms of like these games, it's like holy, like could not run on a PS4, like no chance. So
I mean, it could probably run, but not good.
Exactly.
Yeah, it would chug.
Exactly. It'd be like my laptop trying to play the Baby Steps demo, not just struggling, but it made it somehow. It's a weird game. I can talk about that later. Anyway, next is a game that I thought was actually like really cool. Lego Voyagers.
I saw that.
Yeah, so this is from the team. This was from the team that made Lego Builder's Journey, which is that little like Lego puzzle game, which I still have yet to play, but it looks really cool. And that team is essentially doing the Lego thing, where it's just like a 2-player co-op game, but it's like that Lego kind of puzzle game where it's like, oh, you have to like build structures and use Lego to like solve puzzles and, traverse the area and everything. And you play as just these 2 little guys with eyes on them, It looks really cute. It looks like it's influenced by like It Takes Two and Split Fiction, but like throwing in that Lego flair. Yeah. Honestly, it looks really great. My son wants to fucking play it.
HD,
but
amazing.
And he got upset when I was like, oh, it looks like it's not out till next year or something like that. But it's definitely a game I'm going to buy and probably play with him because he'd have fun with it. And I think we both would have a good time with it.
It looks original, so that's cool.
Oh yeah, Lego's at that point now where they're letting whoever make a fucking Lego game now.
I've never been a big fan of Lego games, but that one actually looks fun. Like all the other ones are pretty samey, except for like whatever the fuck, whatever property it's based off of. But yeah, that looks really sweet.
Yeah, those games I like them fine, but I think you have to really like that IP to be into that Lego game. Like if you don't give a shit about Star Wars, Lego Star Wars is going to change your mind.
Yeah.
So. Next up, this has been shown before, but Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. They showed it again. It has a release date for, I think it's in September. It is $70, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna pay $70 for a racing game. But
it looks better than Team Sonic Racing. So.
Oh, I am.
Team Sonic Racing can get fucked.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but
it's fine. It's just no All-Star Racing Transformed.
Well, yeah,
it's no Transformed. No,
doesn't have Danica Patrick. I don't want it.
No, but this game does. instead of Danica Patrick, we get Ichiban Kasuga. He's a guest character here. Love him.
God.
We have him in here. We have Joker in here from Persona, of course. And we're having a whole like Minecraft thing where they're like, "Oh, here's Minecraft worlds, and you can drive Minecraft." Fuck it, why not? Who cares?
Why not?
Yeah,
it honestly
it looks really neat. It's just one thing I'm worried about with this game is that they're emphasizing the whole like cross world. No, it's the whole like the cross worlds thing. Is you have like all the portals that like take you from all the various like racetracks, right? Like you'll be driving in one, and then all of a sudden a portal will pop up, and you'll just be driving on another track. I'm hoping there's an option to where you can just play the tracks by themselves without the portals. To get good at them, so that when you do the portals, then you can be like, oh, I know where to go. That's one thing I'm a little weary about, but we'll know when
I'm sure
we get
you
there.
can.
And it's out in September, I believe. Like it's coming up pretty soon.
Like even in Mario Kart World.
Oh, I'm there for it. I don't know if it has. I hope it has crossplay.
I hope
They said it does.
Oh,
they said it during Summer Games Fest that it is crossplay on all. Platforms.
We're going racing.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope to God it's got plenty of
September
Sega.
25th.
I hope it's still got Rio. I hope it's still got I hope it's still got knights. I hope it's still got
Well,
Bonanza Bros.
They did say that there are going to be more guest characters coming in. They just haven't announced who yet. I mean, I'm fine with whomever they want as long as the racing is good. I'm fine.
Yeah.
So and Sumo
Sega in there.
and Sumo Digital make really good racing games, so I'm not worried at all.
I mean, Team Sonic Racing played fine. It just had a kind of dumb
it's just
concept.
Yeah, and grinding in that game to do everything is a little dull.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same energy to it as All-Star Racing. But it's fine. It's fine. But you could do better. Next up, we'll keep with Sega. Stranger Than Heaven. So this was that RGG Studio Project Century thing they showed off a while back. Apparently that was supposed to take place in the 1910s, but this is now being Stranger Than Heaven, and it's taking place in the 40s, 1943, which is curious because that's World War fucking II in Japan. And I'm like,
that's actually kind of interesting.
Like, that's an interesting premise, and it just looks like them taking the Yakuza formula or idea and just doing it something a little different with it, you know? And hey, it's a great formula.
I got a lot of
make
LA
all the
Noire
fucking games
vibes.
with it you want. I got LA Noire vibes too. I'm hoping there's enough difference in gameplay that it's not like that you're not playing and it's just like, oh, this is just a Yakuza game. But I trust RGG to do more with it than that.
I'm hoping it's kind of like the Judgment games where it's like it's Yakuza, but it's different enough.
Yeah. I get the sense this one will be a little bit more serious than the others. So I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I don't think it has a release date yet, but I think people are pointing that it'll probably be next year, which I think is fine for that. So it looks cool. I'm there for it. Whatever RGG wants to do. I mean, I wasn't huge on Pirate Yakuza, but hey, that's okay. Next up is a game that kind of caught my eye because it looked really interesting, and it's called Killer Inn. And this is from Square, of all people. And basically, it's like a murder mystery kind of game.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so it's like a corpse has been found and everyone is a suspect. You have been chosen to participate in a one-night-only game of death, deceit, and deduction. Will you be a wolf or perhaps a lamb with the means to fight back? In deception, we trust. And yeah, so it just looks like
it's Among Us, but Clue.
like a weird mixture of Among Us and Clue with like Square Japanese characters in it.
That actually sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, I think it's out next year, and it looks like a game that could be a hit. It also could fucking bomb. It's Square after all. But I'm definitely curious to it.
If it's fun, we have to play it on stream.
If it's crossplay, we'll play it. Absolutely. Because I would like to play that with you guys. So I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I'll give it a shot.
For sure. This one's for me. Wu-Tang, Rise of the Deceiver. There have been rumors of a Wu-Tang game in the works for a while.
Shit.
Now. Yeah, this had actually been rumored years ago.
Wasn't the last Wu-Tang game like that one that
the PS1 the PS1 fighting game with that Wu-Tang symbol controller?
Oh, the one that was just lifted from Thrill Kill or whatever.
Yeah, basically it's Thrill Kill with a Wu-Tang skin. It's a
art
completely
style is sweet.
Yeah, it's like a whole anime art style. It's tied into a movie that Ghostface is working on right now. Like it's like almost like kind of cross media promotion kind of a thing. It has 3-person co-op. It's touted as like an action RPG type of a game. And yeah, it looks really, really interesting. It's interesting because when I first heard of this, they were working on it like with Microsoft, and it was going to be like an Xbox thing. But maybe that has lapsed, and it's just going to be put on everything day one, which I think would be fine. But yeah, it looks really cool. They didn't give a release date or anything. I'm assuming next year. But it looks really cool, and you know I'll be playing this one. I do like the Wu-Tang Clan, so I'll be checking out this game. And I think all the members of the Wu-Tang are playable as well. And they'll all have their own like little abilities and all that other kind of stuff. So
hell yeah.
Looks fucking cool to me. And then let's see. Oh yeah. Lies of P Overture got shadow dropped. So Lies of P is the Pinocchio based Souls-like. It's really cool. It's on sale, so I bought it and have been playing it again. It's a fantastic game. You all should play it. And Overture is a DLC prequel that kind of explains why everything is happening right now, basically. And yeah, people seem to be really enjoying it. And I didn't know when I went back to Lies of P, they've updated it quite a bit. Like when I first played it on Game Pass, it was missing a lot of the things that it has now. It feels a lot more smoothed out. Like the combat feels a lot better. They added difficulty selectors, which is really cool, which is really nice. And it's just a really fun as fuck playing game. So I will be definitely playing the DLC later on when I beat the main game. So good job, boyos. You made Pinocchio a twink and also a badass at the same time. It's great. So my last one, this is probably the one you were referring to, Aaron. It was funny. They teased this, right? And then they're like, nah, not yet. But they did it. Resident Evil 9. It is here.
Damn it. I was going for this one.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Felt that boxing.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that in a second. But yes, Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil 9. It is, it's loud. But yeah, it is here. It is real. It looks great. It's coming out in February, right? They gave a release date at the end of the trailer. Like a specific date, I think, like February something.
Yep, February 2026.
Yeah, February 26th.
27th, 2026, yeah.
Yeah. It looks great. I still need to play 7 and 8. But there is one thing I'm worried about with this game, and it's again another rumor I had heard that this game is going to be open world. And I'm really not sure how to feel about that because I don't think Resident Evil needs to be open world.
No,
I really don't.
No, it doesn't.
Hopefully it doesn't amount to anything. You know, maybe it's just they were toying with the idea. I mean, they didn't even specify if this is first or third person.
Yeah, because this looks like just a CGI trailer.
Yeah, I feel like 9 could go either way. Do you guys think it'll be first person?
I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them try it, make a new third person at some point.
Maybe they're going to stick with the first person because like they stick with the whatever gameplay style they're doing with for the 3 games. So like 1, 2, and 3 are the tank controls, and then 4, 5, and 6 are like the over the shoulder, and then 7, 8, 9 would be like the first person ones. So they might just stick with it to finish out that consistency. But yeah, it looks great. I really need to play 7 and 8. I've been lazy on this.
7
First person is so good. The first person adds that layer of immersion that like it actually feels scary. Maybe this is just me, but like third person shit, you can just kind of see shit coming, so it's not really as scary. I mean, I guess the weird early 3D arts or the early 3D shit is kind of like funky on its own, but the like being in first person and actually like feeling like you're sneaking around through the Baker Mansion and then someone like comes up behind you and pushes you down the stairs, dude. Yeah, I've never jumped harder in my life. My
first VR experience was in Resident Evil 7.
So many people pick that game as their first VR experience. Like, guys, you know what's going to happen.
It was a Best Buy kiosk. They were doing it for free. I was like, sure, why not? And I looked
through
the games.
You put a Best Buy VR set on your head?
This was years ago. I didn't.
Now you have AIDS.
This was pre-COVID. We didn't think about shit.
Even pre-COVID, I'd be like, I don't know about that, man.
I was working night shift. I wasn't thinking about anything. But yeah,
you were just like, I just want to play Resident Evil.
The only game that was worth playing was Resident Evil. And I remember I played like 5 minutes of it. I remember I took the thing off. I looked at the kiosk guy and I said, "That was really cool, but fuck that." I'm like, I don't need VR to get that experience.
Yeah. Maybe I'll save it for Halloween. It'll be like my Halloween. I'll play 7 and 8. I don't think I own 8 in any form. No, I don't. It sits on my wish list.
Save Halloween for Felt That Boxing, dude, because that game looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm fucking mad I forgot Felt That Boxing. That game looks awesome.
So fucking bizarre. Like nothing. Let me share my screen again. Like nothing is more unsettling than seeing like a puppet's feet. I don't know how to explain it, but like
because you never see their lower half, you always see the upper half.
Yeah, like it's so fucking weird. Maybe we'll see it here in a sec, but
like I can't tell. Is this like
so cool?
Is this like in Unreal Engine, or is this just like they just filmed this? Like they just made puppets and did this for real?
I'm pretty sure this is Unreal Engine because some of this
Okay,
shit-
I genuinely can't tell. Like, that's how good this game looks. Like, you could tell me
Yeah.
this is just real footage of puppets, and I'd be like, yeah,
it's pretty close.
yeah. It looks fantastic. I love it. Has like, I was looking at it, and one of the first things he's like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, we're going there, like with the Rocky parody and all that. And we saw a little bit of like true gameplay. It looks like it's going for Punch Out, which I think is a fair thing to do. We haven't had a new Punch Out game in years, so they're like, I guess we'll do it. It looks dope. I'm on board with this game, genuinely.
Huh.
Yeah, look at
really
it has it,
interesting.
like I think they're going for Punch Out.
Yeah,
with the
I mean that would
gameplay.
make sense because that's such an easy
Yeah.
to pick up kind of game.
It's an easy underdog story, and it's a gameplay style a lot of us are familiar with. It takes boxing and turns it almost into like a puzzle game.
Mm.
So it all makes sense, right? I don't think they did they put a release date on that?
I don't think so.
Okay, but I'm there for that one. That game also looks fucking fantastic.
It's just too many games. Too many
Apparently-
games.
It's ridiculous.
Apparently the music for that game is being done by whoever makes the little like
Flying Lotus.
like the
Yeah.
they do the little like music breaks in between like shows and shit on Adult Swim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love Flying Lotus. Yeah, he has a bunch of instrumental hip hop albums that are really good. He's done beats for a lot of different artists. Too many to name. But yeah, a genuine talent. I love him. He's a weird fucker, and I like weird fuckers. So yeah, that's great. Summer Games Fest, I think overall was okay. I think State of Play had some more like notable hits for me, but that's usually the problem with Summer's Games Fest is that it's like 3 hours long, and half the games are like free to play multiplayer shooters that'll die in 6 months. So
Yeah.
it's like, who cares? But it feels like this year they're starting to throw in more variety. You know, like there's a lot more interesting games there, and I think we're starting to accept that E3 is dead and Summer's Games Fest is
Yeah.
like the replacement for it. And I think we're just like, okay, we're on board now because this is just where we are now, and it's fine. You know, like Jeff Keighley, he has his problems, but he's not the ESA, so that's a plus. Unless he does something real shitty, who knows? Yeah, Summer Games Fest was fine, and then Sunday we had the Xbox Showcase, and it was my favorite of the bunch. I really liked the show. It wasn't as good as last year's. I think last year's was just banger after banger. But this one, I think, had enough really good stuff in it to keep it on par. Like, Xbox have been really good with their showcases last couple years, I think.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, this one I didn't see. I'm looking at all the games listed now, and holy
Yeah.
fuck! I'm not gonna give
There's a
any
lot.
away. We'll go in
So-
your order.
Well, it starts out, they do a trailer for The Outer Worlds 2, which is, they did the big direct at the end of the show for, which I didn't watch, but I'm kind of sold on Outer Worlds 2. It looks fantastic. It looks like
better
they
be good.
really,
I need
it looks like they really improved on the combat, and that they have the Microsoft money now, as opposed to
they have a budget now. So
yeah,
they can do
yeah.
it.
Well, when I saw that, I was like, I need to go back and play Outer Worlds 1. So I booted that up, and I'm starting to mess with that again. Outer Worlds 1's really cool.
Mm.
So
Yeah, it is.
hopefully I'll knock that out before I do Outer Worlds 2, which is at the end of this year. I think it's like their big game for the end of the year, pretty much, which is fine. It's also their first $80 game. So if you go to the Steam or the PlayStation listing, it is $80. I mean, Microsoft said they were going to do it, and I guess Outer Worlds is the one to go with. I mean, having a big, probably like 50-hour RPG be your first $80 game is better than Mario Kart. No offense, but I get it. $80 is a lot of money to spend. I understand. If it wasn't on Game Pass, I wouldn't spend $80 on it. I get it.
I wonder if the Game Pass is partially how they're justifying it.
Potentially. They still haven't raised the price of Game Pass yet. So we'll see
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
do. If they only raise it by like $5, I'll be fine. Anyways. So they showed Outer Worlds 2. It looks fantastic. I'm excited for it. Next is
better score big.
Resonance. Yeah, next is Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy. Do you have Outer Worlds 2 in your little draft?
Yeah, that's one of mine for like toward the end of the year.
Okay, yeah. I hope it hits too. But next was Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy. So I guess we're getting another Plague Tale game. I need to play. I played and beat the first one and really liked it. I still need to do the second one. It's still on Game Pass last time I checked. But Resonance it's like a side game. like a side spin-off game in the Plague Tale universe. Looks really cool. I don't think they showed any like the rats or any of that disease stuff. Maybe this is like sort of a prequel to all of that. So again, I think that's out next year. So, and I think it's in Game Pass day one. So I'll give it a try for sure. Then they showed, the big one was the hardware, the new Xbox ROG Ally. So Xbox are teaming with Asus to make their own branded ROG Ally, but it looks like it's more than just the Xbox branding. Like there's a whole button, like an Xbox Guide button on there. There's like more integration with like the Xbox dashboard and Windows 11. It definitely looks like a collab where Microsoft came in and were like, okay, how can we improve the Xbox Windows experience on the ROG Ally? So some preview units are out there. Some people have played them and they say it is a big improvement from what they've done of like Windows on like Steam Deck, for example. So as long as the price point isn't too bad, I'll probably buy one because it has Steam integration, Epic, all that good stuff on there. So as long as
that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, as long as there's more Xbox Play Anywhere games on there, and the integration between the two of them is nice and smooth, and it's not $1,000, I'll probably buy one. So I'll probably just get the white one, the one that's not like the super powerful one, because I think that'll be just fine for me.
Is that the only difference? Is it just that the X version is just more powerful or something?
Yeah. It actually has more RAM in it than the Series X and the PS5 do. It has 24 gigs of RAM in it.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, the normal ROG Ally X, if you go to Asus's website, their MSRP for it is $800. And then some retailers charge up to $1,000 for it. So having the Xbox stuff in there makes me a little bit worried about what the price of these things are going to be.
We'll see.
Because the base one is only $500. So I'm like, if they do like the whole Xbox branding and say bump it to just like $600, I'd save up for it because then I can use it for like Steam games and having my Xbox games portably and all that. I would definitely use that quite a bit. So, and the funniest part was they just fucking showed Silksong in it. Like Silksong was just there.
That's like going to be the new Duke Nukem Forever at this point.
No. It was so funny because it was like the first game icon they showed for the Xbox integration. They showed gameplay of Silksong, and then they said, "This will be out by the time this is out in the holiday of this year, so you can play Silksong on your Xbox ROG Ally." And everyone went, "They just like stealth dropped the release window for it." And then Team Cherry had to reiterate, and they said it will be out before that. Like it's not going to launch with the ROG Ally, but it'll be out before that. So we have a sort of a release date for Silksong, and that is sometime in the fall.
I think the general consensus I saw online was everyone going, "We'll believe it when I see it."
My genuine guess is it'll shadow drop at a September Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
that is my prediction. In September, we'll get a big trailer, and then they'll say you can go play it now. That's what
you can go play it now.
Yeah, because at this point, if you're going to do another trailer for Silksong, you just shadow drop it.
Yeah,
like fuck it. Just say it. Just say it's out now. Go play it. Shut up and go play it. And I will not play it because I honestly don't care. I just think the whole thing. I just think the whole thing is funny. So, anyways, that was there. That looked really cool. Next game was The Blood of Dawnwalker. Now, this is a game that's being made by a bunch of guys who left CD Projekt Red. Like I think the director of Witcher 3 left and like formed this new studio. And now they're making this new game, which is sort of like Witcher, but there's like vampires in it or whatever. Bandai Namco's publishing it. It looks interesting. Like, is it going to be on the same quality as like Witcher 3? Probably not. But it's a game I'll keep an eye on. It looks like it could be something interesting. So, who knows? They did show that thing of Witcher 4 a while ago, which looked pretty good. Though I don't think any of it was gameplay, but whatever, right? The next game. Next game got me hype. Super Meat Boy 3D.
This looks really fucking cool.
This looks really fucking cool. It was so cool. I went back and started playing Super Meat Boy again, and I don't know if I'll ever beat it. That final level's impossible. Anyways, Super Meat Boy 3D. This game looks fucking cool. It's out next year. It's a day one on Game Pass. And the only thing I could think of when I was watching the trailer was it took us this long to make a 3D Meat Boy game.
Well, because we got an endless runner before we got a 3D
Yeah.
game.
And I've heard that Endless Runner's not even any good. I haven't played
It's all
it.
right.
But
It's fine.
Which one
it's
is which one's the Endless Runner?
Super Meat
Forever.
Boy Forever.
Oh, wasn't that was supposed to be the sequel, wasn't it? Or no?
I
It's,
think
it's
so.
no, it's a sequel, but it's just kind of a.
I think it was supposed to be a mobile game, and then it got canceled, and then they just revived it as like a console thing.
I
It
just
didn't change anything. Yeah.
The thing that I find really impressive is like when you remember that like Super Meat Boy was a Newgrounds game and it became this
It
huge
looks
thing.
Newgrounds. Like as I've been
Yep.
as I've been playing through it, I was like, the one thing that hasn't aged about this game is the graphics because it has such a Newgrounds look to it.
Although he was the king of Ed McMillan, I think is his name.
I think so.
Newgrounds like art style from the time.
Yeah, and it's the one part of the game I think hasn't aged super well because I imagine like kids now would play it and be like, "Why does it look like this? This just looks."
Why does
really
it look
weird."
so? Well, because it's you play his other game, Binding of Isaac, and you're like, "Ooh, yeah, this is."
Yeah, I think Binding of Isaac has a much better art style though than Meat Boy, but Meat Boy doesn't really lend itself to like a defined art style. You know, it just kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
But super fun game. Doing it in 3D, fuck yeah, I'm all there. I'm gonna play the shit out of it. It'll be a fun game. So it's out next
We're gonna
year.
see a lot of gamer rage.
Oh god, yeah. I think it'll be easier than the original Super Meat Boy, but you know.
Well, it's harder to make something a 3D game. Making a 3D game ultra hard generally is a lot more frustrating than a 2D game. So they'll probably tone it down a little.
Oh yeah, I'm very curious to how the game's gonna play, how it's gonna feel. So, next thing is we got another trailer for Ninja Gaiden 4. Ninja Gaiden 4 continues to look great. God, I need it to hit. That's out later this year.
Yeah, that's right.
It's in Game Pass. I'm all in day one on Game Pass. Platinum. I mean, people are constantly worried about Platinum, but yet they're making this game, and it's like it looks pretty fucking good. So I'm not worried about it. So looks great to me. We also are getting. Oh yeah, they showed off the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle DLC, the Order of Giants, which they announced when they announced the game that they were doing a DLC for it later. But we finally got the big trailer for Order of Giants. Looks fantastic. I love the Great Circle. Whenever my guest appearance from Still Loading about this comes out, go listen to that so you can hear how much I like Indiana Jones and Great Circle. So this Order of the Giants DLC, I'm all in, baby. Looks fucking great. So hopefully I don't have to spend $30 on it, but if I do, oh well, I didn't pay for the game. Thanks, Game Pass. So do either of you play Great Circle?
I still haven't picked it up yet, but it is on PS5 now, so I'll be getting that as soon as I have money.
There you go. Not your thing, Aaron?
I mean, I haven't really been. I'm not a big Indiana Jones guy, but yeah, I'm in the middle
not
of
really
80 million
either.
other games.
I just like machine games, so that's kind of the reason I'm interested.
Yeah, machine games really hit it out of the park, in my opinion. So, next up, this was funny to see because I think a lot of people were like, "What Game Freak? What was Game Freak doing here?"
Yeah, people are like, "But doesn't Nintendo own them?" No, they.
And it's like, no. So I guess Game Freak are making a Souls-like. It's called Beast of Reincarnation. It looks like a Souls-like to me. It looks a little Sekiro to me. It's funny when people saw it and they're like, "Oh, Game Freak can make good-looking games."
Oh, Game Freak can put effort into things.
They can. Well, what I've always thought with Game Freak is they put their effort in their non-Pokemon games. Like I've played Tembo the Badass Element. I've played Pocket Card Jockey. I've played Pulse Man. Like those games, I played Drill Dozer. Those games are super fucking great.
Oh,
they're so fun.
Drill Dozer, yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're great. Tembo the Badass Elephant. That was a super fun game.
I'll give them grace. Legends Arceus
put effort
in there, and that was
ZA looks really good. ZA looks promising, so I'm there for that one. But yeah, Beast of Reincarnation. It's coming out next year. It's day one on Game Pass, I think. Looks really interesting. I'm really curious to this one.
I was just shocked how many people were like, they're like, but Nintendo owns Game Freak. I'm like, no, they don't. They've never owned Game Freak.
They don't even own Intelligent Systems.
No, but they basically have a partnership there where it's like
it's a whole. I think it's Nintendo owns Pokemon.
They do. They own Pokemon's a weird. Pokemon's technically like it's the Pokemon Company, Creatures Inc., and Game Freak collaboration.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a whole mess. But yeah, Beast Reincarnation looks great. Next up, we got a good 5-minute trailer on Clockwork Evolution. Like, this is the new game coming from In Exile. That's like a steampunky kind of thing.
That's cool.
Definitely like action RPG kind of vibes to it. Looks fucking great. Like, y'all should just go watch the trailer. It goes deep on like certain story bits and like customization of the guns, and really like sets up the lore and the storytelling, and it looks phenomenal.
I'm just so glad we're getting like stylized art, like art styles in these games.
Oh yeah, very style. There's one dude who just looks like steampunk Joker.
Yeah,
yeah, seriously. They didn't give a release date on it. They just said coming in due time. I think it's next year, honestly, because it looks really good and probably getting close to done. So I imagine that's next year. And yeah, I'm all over this when it comes out. Looks fantastic to me. And then they took a little break to be like, oh, aren't we fucking cool, right? And then Obsidian, because they're like, oh, Obsidian, they did Avowed earlier this year. They're doing Outer Worlds later this year, but they have another game. And I was like, what is that? It's Grounded 2.
Cool.
I played a bit of Grounded. I played it with somebody who's a real big fan of it. So, you know, we had fun doing the little base building that we did, but it's not a game I would play by myself. But people seem to like it, and that's perfectly fine. Grounded 2, sure. I'm sure somebody's excited for it.
It's a game for somebody. Not me, but hey, somebody will be happy. That's how I see it.
Exactly. Somebody's happy, and I'm good, and I'm proud of them. Let's see. They showed another trailer for Chronos: The New Dawn, which looks really cool.
That does look really cool. Yep.
Yeah. I'm keeping my eye on that one. They showed another game called Aphelion. Am I saying that right? This is apparently being made with the European Space Agency, and it's some like
okay.
So basically, what I gathered is it's an astronaut who's like, you know, surveying like a planet or whatever. She crash lands on the planet, and she's trying to save her partner, and it turns into like Uncharted, basically. That's what it looked like to me. It looks interesting. Like graphically, it looked really nice. I can't imagine this game would be like a 25-hour kind of a game. You know what I mean? This might just be like an 8 to 10 hour. Like, oh, that was cool. You know? I think it's day one Game Pass, so I'll give it a try for sure. Looks interesting. There was another game that caught my eye. It's called There's No Ghosts at the Grand.
Yep, I'm looking at that one right now too.
Yeah, that one looks that one has like a real interesting art style to it. And again, I'm not quite sure what they're going for with this one. Here, let me read the Steam thing on this one. It says, inherit a crumbling English hotel and reserve it by day while battling ghosts by night. With a sardonic cat, a talking power tool, and a twisting supernatural plot, this is a musical mystery unlike any other. Will you be able to hold it together while everything around you falls apart? It looks like it's a mixture.
Oh, man.
Why does it feel like they took all these ideas through Metal Wall and were like, that?
To me, it looks like, when I first saw it, I'm like, is this like a second job sim kind of a game? Because you're using the tool to like suck up trash and like move couches so everything kind of sits properly. You know, like it has that kind of vibe to it. But they're like, oh, there's more shit to do, like say at night kind of a thing. It looks like a unique idea for a game. Like, oh, what if we mixed like second job simulator with like survivalist shit or whatever? I'm not quite sure what they're going for, but that's also day one Game Pass, so I will give it a try. It could be really cool, or it could just be a big ball of nothing. Who knows, right?
Oh, and we're finally getting Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox. I just scrolled past that. Fuck yeah.
We'll talk about that too. Next game they showed was Mudang, Two Hearts. And this is like that, like, it's like I think it takes place in China, and it's like this, like kind of like first third person shooter that has like rage zombies in it or whatever. Looked really interesting. So I'll be curious to that one. We got Planet of Lana 2. I've been meaning to play the first Planet of Lana. I've heard it's really, really good. So I'm glad it's getting a sequel. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Tony Hawk 3+4. The demo is out. There is a demo for it. But
with Doom Guy and Michelangelo.
So Well, so they showed a whole trailer. They played the CKY songs. They showed Bam. It's modern Bam too. It's not classic Bam.
Oh, is it Fat Bam?
It is Fat Bam.
It's
Fat Bam is in the
yay.
game. Yes, they got Fat Bam in the game. The trailer was pretty good. Fat Bam. But it was cool because they took the original like intros to like 3 and 4 and like meshed them with like new footage for like, oh, here's the classic skaters and here's the new skaters, right? The trailer looked really cool. And of course they Doom guys there. They showed Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles as a guest character as well. I think he's replacing Spider-Man.
Probably.
And then and yeah, so the demo is out. I believe the demo is only available if you pre-ordered it. But if you have it, say, on Game Pass, you could just download it. And I played with it. You get Foundry from 3 and the College from 4. That's all you get. And you can just fuck around for 2 minutes in each one. It plays like Tony Hawk. Feels pretty good to me. They let you play as Doom Slayer if you pre-ordered the deluxe edition.
Gotcha.
Which I didn't. So, sorry. Don't know how Doom Slayer feels. But yeah, I mean, it plays like Tony Hawk. It looks great. I'm going to play it when it comes out on Game Pass. So I'm surprised 1+2 isn't on Game Pass yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows? But yeah, that looks cool. Let's see. Trying to remember. I put up a game on here called At Fate. Oh, At Fate's End. I just remembered what that is. That is the next game from the Spiritfarer people. So it's Spiritfarer, but it looks like it's more of like an action game. You like take light swords out of your neck and stab your sister with it or whatever. Looks curious. I like the art style. Like Spiritfarer to me is a very gorgeous looking game. So, could be neat.
This sounds cool. Each sibling you defeat or reconcile with shapes your destiny. Collect 7 swords of power to expand your arsenal of abilities. That sounds fucking sick. Yeah,
does look neat for sure. They reiterated Gears 1 Reloaded. It was weird. They almost announced it as if they hadn't announced it before. You know what I mean? That's how it came off. But it's like, yeah, it's coming. Sure. I mean, if any of my PS5 friends want to co-op the campaign with me, sure. But other than that, I'm probably not going to be playing it. I played Gears 1 enough from
it looked
in
brown.
my life.
Looks very brown.
Yeah.
Why are they redoing the first one again? They already fucking did that.
For PS5.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
that's why. So, okay, the next one, Bill, you can take the lead on this one.
So Persona 4 is getting a remake. The internet is being unnecessarily dramatic about this. From the trailer, it looks like it's not even close to being finished. Because
do you think it was it's here, shut up kind of a trailer?
I think it's they're like, fuck, the voice actors have basically blown this on us. Now we have to show something because now we're getting a lot of heat.
I think they were planning to show it anyways.
Yeah,
because you can't cobble that. The trailer that we showed, you can't just cobble that together in like 2 days. Yeah,
the trailer itself is extremely basic. It's just Yu Narukami running around Inaba. They show a couple
NPCs.
Nothing. Ghost town.
No old guy, no like man in suit. None of that.
They did show a nice shot of the classroom in HD. They showed the shrine in HD. They showed a bunch of the iconic like Inaba like parts. They showed the TV world very briefly. The TV stack anyways.
Yeah.
And most importantly, they played Time to Make History in the trailer, which leads me to believe it's going to be based off of Golden, which is good.
Yeah, I mean that's something we've been like theorizing is that would they just do base Persona 4 and then make us pay for the Golden DLC?
That would be so dumb because it's all hard baked into the game.
Yeah, the reason it would be harder to do that with 4 than they did with 3.
The reason they got away with it in 3 is because FES is technically like a separate game, sort of in a way.
Yeah. And Golden is like the definitive version of Persona 4.
Yeah,
like,
it would just
unless you're a freak, you're gonna say Golden is the best version.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hyped. The name Revival is a weird choice.
Like Persona 3 Reload made perfect sense because of like, the gun iconography and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with Persona 4, we were like, oh, like rewind or rerun or, you know, something like TV themed, which would have made perfect sense. But they went with revival. I mean, you do revive people in that game, but it's not really like a central theme of the game. Not really.
So one interesting thing I found from this was all the people that were going, it doesn't need a remake. And I'm like,
No.
I'm sitting here going like, but then they go like 3 definitely did though. I'm like, they're like based off the same engine. They're about the same age. I'm like,
I think people wanted a 3 remake because it would give us the definitive version of 3.
and it still didn't, which is the sad part.
Yeah, I mean, you would tell somebody like me who haven't played them just play Reload. So,
Well, yeah, at that point.
yeah,
But when you get into 3 purists, they're gonna be like, well, the portable version has this thing that we really like that they didn't bring in.
I don't fucking care.
Exactly.
God damn it! These people make it hard to like RPGs sometimes.
Yeah. In other words, like the amount of people I saw, they're like, it looks terrible. I'm like, it looks like a fucking proof of concept.
It looks like Persona 3 Reload, which looked good.
The thing is, though, the Reload trailer was much farther in development when we got
Oh
that.
yeah. Well, because shortly after this, it was like Atlas or whoever made the whole thing about like, oh, you know, we're still working on it, blah 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 blah, right? Which I think most people think that's going to be next year, which honestly is fine because of course these fuckers would announce a remake of 4 after I beat it finally. But you know, that as it may, when it comes out next year, I'll play it again. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
That'll be a day one for me.
It's a fantastic game. So, like, the more I think about Persona 4, I'm like, that might be like one of my favorite games of all time. The more I think about it, because it still
you
sticks with
understand.
me.
You understand like why
It
I
sticks
love
with
that game
it
so much.
Well, it sticks with me. You know, like I still think about it. So, but yeah, I'll play when it comes out. My big thought on this is like, so Persona 6 is still way out, isn't it?
They're using this to distract us and hold us over while they put it together, and I'm fine with that. Put the effort into it.
I think with Persona 6, I think they realize they don't have to wait, or they don't have to like rush it. You know what I mean? They can just take their time with it. They don't want to do the Persona 5 thing and delay it like 45 times. So they're like, hey, we'll just like when it's ready, we'll show it to you, and when we show it to you, it'll be out fairly soon. You know, I mean, they could show it next year. They could show both of them and be like, hey, Persona 4 Revival is coming out this time in 2026. And by the way, here's Persona 6. It's out 2027. They could very well do that.
I'm sure we'll get 4 remake, then we'll get another Shin Megami Tensei, and then we'll get next.
I think we'll get Persona 6 before SMT6.
We'll see. They're technically separate teams, so they could both be working on them right now.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll get Metaphor 2.
That's the thing. Atlas has 3.
No.
Atlas has 3 teams. Atlas has 3 teams now. There's the SMT team, P Studio, and then whatever the Metaphor team, which is basically old P Studio.
Basically, yeah.
Maybe we'll get a new Devil Survivor game. That'd be really sick.
That'd be
won't,
nice.
but they won't. Or they won't, but it would be cool.
I mean, I want a new Trauma Center, but it's not going to happen.
SMT4 remake. Remake that game, please. Anyways, a couple more, and then we'll finally talk about Bust a Move. So Invincible's getting a fighting game.
Cool.
Invincible's
versus fun.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Good show. Good comic.
Never seen it.
Dude,
I know
you
the
should.
memes.
It's cool. It's really cool.
I'm just really bad with shows. So.
It's a good deconstruction of like Western, particularly DC comics. So.
Yeah, I'm sure I'd like it, but yeah, that's coming out. Sure. Now we'll get to what you were talking about, Aaron. So Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. It's coming to Xbox. Big fucking shocker, right? Like when they announced it in the Switch 2 thing, I saw so many people saying, haha, it's coming to Switch 2 before Xbox. It's like, bitch, it's coming to Xbox 2. They're just waiting for the showcase to fucking show it. And they did exactly what I assumed they would. It's out this winter. But for Switch 2, it's also out this winter. So my guess is November, December time it'll be out.
The people who were going haha have probably already fucking played it on PS4. Let's be real.
It's just people are being weird. So that's Habit. And then they showed FF16 and it shadow dropped. It's right there. You can go buy it right now on the Xbox. The base game is $50. But with both DLCs, it's $70. I'll probably wait for the $70 one to go on sale. I can't really justify buying a $70 game right now. So because if I'm gonna buy it, I'm like, I might as well just get it with the DLC as well, because they're not selling the DLC separate, I don't think, unless I didn't see it.
Yeah, they're handling it weird, but
I mean, it's Square. They handle everything weird.
Whoa,
fair.
you can buy them separate, but
you
one is
can?
$20 and one is 10. Is the DLC even like? Do you even need it?
So with the main game, that makes it $80.
so
So you're
I
saving
never
$10 by buying the complete version.
I never bought the DLC. Now that I think about it, so yeah, I enjoyed the base.
I don't think I know anybody who's played the DLC for 16.
I enjoyed.
I don't
the base
think you really
game,
need
fair
it.
enough.
Yeah, from what I'm reading, it's just like a new quest, and I think you get a new icon, which is just like an Eidolon or an Aeon or a summon. So you don't. I wouldn't pay $20 for that. And then the
Neither would I.
$10 one is another quest, but you get. Hang on.
Maybe I should
cool, you
just
get
buy the base game and say fuck the DLC.
you get a Buster Sword.
Because with 15, I did buy all the DLC because I know that adds a lot to the game.
Yeah,
Still
15.
haven't played 15 yet though.
Yeah.
I like 16 more.
But from what I've heard, 15 does kind of need the DLC. It helps it out.
You need more than the fucking DLC. You need the movie, you need the anime series,
Fucking
you need the
hell.
prologue demo, because like they really fucked up that game so much. They cut it up into so
Well,
many
it's almost
pieces.
like
I'll still play it.
It's almost like
it's
it
cool,
started
but-
development as a completely different game.
They got too
Yeah.
ambitious with that one, and they fucking
Yeah.
kinda
Maybe
killed
I'll
it,
just
but
buy
it's
the
still
base
fun.
of 16. Maybe I'll just buy the base of 16 then.
You'll
fuck
be
the
fine.
DLC.
There's
Yeah.
so much
Yeah,
content.
buy the
in there.
base.
And $50 is not a bad price for that.
No,
Not at all.
I paid 70 for it from the side, so.
Yeah, but that's there. That's cool. I'm glad that's finally there. So I will be playing it eventually. So, next thing was Double Fine. Double Fine's here, everybody. They're finally here, and they showed off their new game. It's called Keeper, and it's a sentient lighthouse with legs that has a bird guiding it around this really beautiful, gorgeous world. They described it as like a puzzle-based adventure game. It has that Double Fine look to it. I love Double Fine. I love what they do. So I'm all in on this. This looks fucking great. Like, I really need to go back and play like every Double Fine game. The ones I've played, I've really liked. So I'm like, I should just play them all. Fuck it, right?
Is Grim Fandango a Double Fine game? No, it's LucasArts. Never mind.
Well,
My
it's
bad.
it's retroactively a Double Fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Tim Schafer was in on
Tim Schafer directed it. Like, that was
it's
his
like
game.
how Full Throttle is basically a Double
Full
Fine game,
Throttle and Grim Fandango are basically Tim at the helm. So they are basically proto Double Fine games for sure.
Okay.
So yeah. And I've been working through Psychonauts 1. It's pretty good. Janky as fuck, but it's pretty good.
Mm.
Yep.
And then they ended, weirdly enough, they ended with Black Ops 7. I like, it was so predictable, but it was like, why are you ending with Black Ops 7?
I can't
Of
wait
all
till
things, right?
Why wouldn't you
4
put it in
years
the middle?
from now.
Yeah. I mean,
Just
it's
start
apparently
with it. Get the shit out of the way.
well,
Like,
apparently it's a sequel to Black Ops 2, which is one of the more beloved games in the series.
That makes sense.
I'll check it out. I mean, Black Ops 6 I liked, so it's Game Pass. I'll give it a try. I'm still waiting for all the old ones to be in fucking Game Pass so I can play them all. God damn it!
I can't wait for
So-
Black Ops 36 in like 5 years.
I don't know. Maybe Call of Duty's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I don't mind those games.
They're fine, but I've never been a big Call of Duty guy.
Yeah, I like first-person shooters, but anyways, that was all the announcements I was curious about over the last week. Some pretty good stuff there, I think, overall. Exciting things to look forward to at the end of this year and next year. But I have 2 more things, then we'll get to the game, I swear. First thing was, so I guess over Summer's Games Fest, they showed off Splitgate 2, or I think Splitgate 2 is out now. Like, I think I saw it's on fucking Game Pass if you want to play it. But the director or the CEO of the team tried to do like some like Summer's Game Fest stunt because he wore a hat, and on the hat it said "Make FPS Great Again." And people were like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what the hell are you doing? Right. And it was clearly an attention grab because it worked. Right. And it was funny. He said, he's like, oh, I'm not going to apologize for it. And then this news article, he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it.
Fucking immediately, I'm sorry.
Yeah, seriously. So I thought that was funny. And then the last thing, this was announced today on the Today app from fucking Nintendo. You guys know Splatoon, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
They're making another one, but it's not Splatoon 4, which I think is the smart thing to do. It's called Splatoon Raiders.
So I'm not gonna lie.
It's
When I first saw
PvE.
this, I thought it said Splatoon Riders, and I'm like, oh boy, hoverboard racing game, let's go.
Outriders, but Splatoon.
Well, the funniest part of that was I made that joke in the Retro Hangover server, and then someone was like, oh, maybe it's going to be like Senran Kagura where they ride jet skis, and I'm like, no, you're thinking of Kandegawa Jet Girls, which is a completely unrelated game where they ride jet skis.
Anyways, Splatoon Raiders, it says, in the role of a mechanic, players will go on an adventure in the mysterious Sephrolite Islands, I don't fucking know, alongside the Splat-tacular Deep Cut Trio. So it looks like to me it has a bit more, I think it's putting more emphasis on the single player aspect.
Yeah, it's
And
PvE. It's supposed to be more like the wave-based PvE single player. Well,
Yeah.
I guess not single player, but like the PvE co-op shit that you would have in like the second game. I don't remember if the third game had it or not, but that shit's
think it
usually
does.
pretty fun.
I never played this.
It's gonna be
third one,
awesome.
so-
I haven't played any Splatoon, so I couldn't say.
Dude, it's so good. You need to try at least one. I'm pretty sure Splatoon 3 you can get for super cheap on eBay. Go buy it, try it, dude.
My son owns both games. He's brought them over to play, and I've just had no interest in wanting to play them.
They're
were
awesome,
fun.
dude.
Splatoon 1 was really fun when it first came out. I lost interest though after.
I think I played a demo of Splatoon 1, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
neither did most of the player base.
Yeah, but
played
I
the
was
piss
playing
out
at
of
a
2.
demo kiosk at a GameStop, so I think that was okay.
Fair.
Dude,
Um,
2 they really reeled it in with that. They added more
Oh, yeah.
special moves, like more everything, more customization, more badges, and more ways to like really build your perfect build, I guess. Yeah, it's really good actually. Like it's
Yeah, like Splatoon 2 was such a big hit and such a beloved game for a lot of people. It was curious to me how it felt like they jumped to 3. Like 3 happened so quickly. It's like, it's weird they're doing it now, and then they kind of like rushed through Splatoon 3, it felt like. You know, like they kind of, I think it was like after a year and a half, they're like, okay, we're done with DLC. We're done, we're moving on.
Yeah.
So it was weird. But along with this announcement for Raiders, they said they're doing a big Switch 2 update for Splatoon 3.
hell yeah.
And it's not just making the game run better on Switch 2. It is, they're like adding new content to it. Like 30 more weapons. They just found them in a closet somewhere, and they're like, oh shit, throw them in the game. We're not done with the DLC, I guess. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah,
Might
goddamn.
finally get Splatoon 3 then.
Nintendo, they made this fucking Today app, and they're like copywriting people for screenshotting it or whatever, but like they rarely use it. Like this is probably the most interesting use of it they've done since the Zelda movie.
Yeah.
That apparently is already getting delayed. It's running into production trouble. Who would have thought?
Oh boy.
Who would have thought? Anyways, that's all the news. So
Okay.
I forgot I even had that app installed. God damn.
I never
So-
installed it.
Yeah, I never cared. So we do have a game to talk about this episode,
We do. There was a lot. Okay.
and there's not a lot to this game because it's Bust a Move.
Yeah.
If you play
Same as
Bust a
any other
Move,
Bust a Move.
If you've played a Bust a Move, a Puzzle Bobble, a Bubble Shooter, whatever, it's one of those, but it's for 3DO,
it is,
and it's great.
it's
I
got
love it.
one track
Yeah.
of music, which is really catchy.
Yeah.
You can play single player and versus. Taito made it apparently.
I mean, yeah. Don't they own it?
They made the original. Apparently, they did all the ports too. Supposedly, it's hard to say though.
Hell yeah.
Some of this info.
Good for
Um,
them.
So apparently the original version that this one's based off of is the original Puzzle Bobble '94, released in the arcades, and then the SNES and 3DO got ports in '95.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a lot to talk about. What do you guys prefer, Bust a Move or Puzzle Bobble?
As far as the name,
Yeah,
I like Bust a Move because
Bust a
Puzzle
Move,
Bobble.
yeah.
Puzzle Bobble is cute, but it's like outside of those two dragons, it's not really related to the Bubble Bobble series at all. It's like with Puyo Puyo and Mean Bean Machine. It's like this isn't really related to Sonic, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bust a Move is probably the more interesting name, and we also got that lovely PS2 cover with the like baby face on it that I always love.
Do we need to explain Bust a Move to the audience how the game works?
I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there who hasn't played it. It's a pretty simple concept. You got a shooter.
That cover is so good.
Yeah, it is.
Why? Why does
I want to frame it and put it on my wall.
It's so stupid.
Admittedly, the 3DO box art's pretty cool.
I do like the 3DO box art, yeah.
But to explain Bust a Move to anyone who's not played it, like the two people out there, it's essentially it's like a reverse like puzzle game where like the top of the screen is where the stuff you want to interact with is. You have a little pea shooter at the bottom, and you can move it on an axis left or right. And essentially, you want to match colored balls. And once you get like matches of 4, they all disappear, and you want to clear the stage, kind of like a Dr. Mario in a sense. And it gets very intense. Certain levels have different layouts, and it's basically you clear a stage, you move on, kind of thing. And you can play multiplayer with friends. Yeah,
You can do cool trick shots off the wall. It's my favorite. Trying to get to the shit and back, you just kind of like hook it off the wall, and then yeah, that shit's cool.
Like when you first start playing it, it gives you like the arrow and it kind of guides you. And then once you complete that, then they take away the arrow and you just kind of have to guess it yourself. But if you fuck up, they give you the guiding thing back, which is nice.
Yeah, I love the. They're like, okay, you're experienced enough, and then they take away the handicap, and then you fuck up once. They're like, oh, nope, too soon.
Nope, this band is clearly stupid. Let's put it back on.
I will say the trick shot, it is really good when it's like the puzzle is set up for you to be like, oh, if you trick it just right, you can hit the bubbles at the very top and just clear the whole thing in one move. And when you get it, the dopamine that I get from that.
The worst feeling is like you have like the perfect trick shot lined up and it gets stuck on this one thing that was slightly out, and you just stare at it and you go, okay.
I don't know if it's like a 3DO thing, but it feels like the guide was like, I don't know, it would say like, oh, it's gonna land here, and then you shoot it and it's like, oh, it lands like over here. And it's like there's nothing that obstructed me that I noticed.
I don't think that's exactly a 3DO thing. I think that's like just a common puzzle bobble thing.
I don't know, it just felt slightly off to me. I don't know.
It happens to me, and I mean, because I've played so many versions of. I played Puzzle Bobble on fucking Webkins back then. They had a fucking Puzzle Bobble clone in the arcade.
There's just like a bubble shooter that's just like online. If you just type it in, you can get it. And I swear, every work computer I've had, I've played fucking bubble shooter on it.
Oh yeah,
because it's like, oh, I got like 15 minutes to kill. Let me just play this real quick. I'm playing it with a mouse. It doesn't make the game a lot easier than you'd think, but they give you like a big fucking board with like all like layers of bubbles on it, so it definitely can take you a while.
Yeah,
but it's great. I fucking love Bust a Move. It's fun.
I feel kind of bad because this is one of probably the biggest stretches we've done for a game.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be like, how'd they get an hour and a half out of Bust a Move? And it's like, we didn't.
We got 5 minutes because holy fuck, it's legit a really good port of Bust a Move.
It's fantastic. I love Puzzle Bobble. I think it's a well-made puzzle game. You can put it on fucking anything, and it's great to play when it's like you just have like a couple minutes to just play a game real quick. You know, that's what I love about puzzle games. It's just like if you don't have a lot of time to spare, or if you're just like, I just want to play some kind of simple that's not too immersive in story or anything, you can just pop this in, play it for a bit, and be like, I'm good, I'm satisfied, man. And this is just an example of that, you know, and I love it. You know, I'll be playing Bust a Move till I die.
Yeah, man, this is one of my favorite games to just toss on and kill a shit ton of time. Like the one I play the most often is like There's a couple on Neo Geo. I think they're called Puzzle Bobble on Neo Geo.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
Bust the Move in Japan, or maybe I'm flipping it around.
Are
but,
they on those pocket collections that are on Steam?
they
Maybe
might have one. I think
you
I think there was one on Neo Geo Pocket that might be in a collection, maybe.
There is.
Okay.
I actually have it for Neo Geo Pocket. It's also on the Switch, part of that arcade classics set of games you can find.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
I think I downloaded that one because it was on sale for $1.
Oh, yeah, might as well at that point, right?
So I was looking at reviews for the 3DO version, and there's actually surprisingly more than you'd think.
Oh, really?
So we've got 1 second here. On Wikipedia, we actually got one review for the 3DO version from Next Generation, and they gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, which they also gave the SNES version.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
their
they're pretty much
thoughts
identical.
their thoughts on the 3DO
This version's better.
Yeah, they basically said it very simple and very addictive, and they remarked that the 3DO version makes no significant additions. None are called for by a game with such a simple enjoyment, though. So it's like it doesn't add anything special, but it's still Puzzle Bobble. So
Yeah, it's like it's great.
Apparently the 3DO version does have improved sound, though. Which of course,
Yeah, it's got the CD based audio. Yeah.
that one song is very catchy.
and you can apparently, instead of using a password to access later levels, you can save to the system memory, which is kind of a cool addition too. And that's pretty much it.
And on an FC1, you can't manage it. It's great.
Oh, what's funny is I looked up Bust a Move on 3DO, and for some reason I got linked to an Atari Age forum.
Yeah,
And,
that sounds about right.
And what I saw is this dude said it's passable as a single player game. Runs at about half the frame rate of the SNES version. It's atrocious I know it's atrocious in versus mode. So much slowdown and frame skipping. Overall, it's playable, but an inferior version of a game previously released on a weaker platform, the SNES. It's not bad, but it should have been much more polished in how it turned out. And I'm like,
Jesus
you're counting the
Christ.
frames on Bust a Move. It's Atari Age. What do you expect?
Yeah, I know. So
They would
I found
hate us.
more. I found more reviews over on Moby Games. 3DO Magazine, unsurprisingly, gave it 100%.
Hell yeah, yeah.
GameLand gave it an 83. Game Pro gave it 80, and then something called Game Zero gave it a 45.
Something called games.
I've never heard of Game Zero.
I had never
Neither
had
have
either,
I.
man.
I love it.
Their
Bring it
review
back.
is this game is fun in 2-player mode, be it against the computer or against a friend, but 1-player mode really sucks. Unfortunately, I've never played the arcade version of. Why are you reviewing this?
I don't know if I'd agree with that.
So I can't really make a comparison to. Then why are you reviewing this? As far as the
See,
graphics,
I was watching so
What a
many.
fucking
I was
idiot.
watching so much fucking YouTube slop about people hating on games journalists, and it was like making me mad because it was like a lot of bad faith arguments and straw manning and all that. But this
Then
is an
you'll
example. But this
you
is an
see
example
this.
of like, okay, that guy's kind of shitty. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, it's
Like, I
so
love when it's
fucking
like,
stupid.
I've never played the arcade versions, but single player sucked. It's like
I mean, I haven't played the arcade version either, but what does that matter?
the single player is the point of the game.
I mean, I like
Yep.
single player Puzzle Bobble. It's almost like meditative,
Yeah,
you know?
it's fun because it makes you think.
Yeah, it's the power of a puzzle game. When you're playing it by yourself, you can just kind of zone out and just
Mhm.
kind of focus on the shit, and it feels great.
So as far as graphics go, the game seems to run in a very high interlaced resolution, giving you super fine graphics but causing the screen to vibrate slightly.
Who is this piece of shit?
I have no idea. This review is back in '95.
Is he the editor of IGN now?
Oh my god!
I want him to be so bad.
Isn't that actually the guy that used to be at Screw Attack now? Like, isn't that where Destin ended up?
No, Destin's doing his own thing, I think.
Or maybe I know he was at IGN for a while.
I don't know. Whenever I saw him, he was just like doing his own thing. He was just
remember
like he was just inciting like Xbox arguments on Twitter, and it's like, dude, stop. What are you doing?
Last time
Stop
I
it.
saw him, he came back for like the debut return of Side Scrollers, saw what it was going to be, and nope the fuck out of there.
Smart man. Smart man.
Yeah. This review is just stupid. The music is cute for about the first bazillion rounds, and then you just wanted to yell for it to stop. Excuse me, sir.
Music's fine.
I love that one track because
It's a fine track.
It's one of those
Turn it
catchy
down,
songs
turn on
that
the
doesn't
radio.
get annoying.
I mean, it's no like columns, but it'll do.
If you're really into puzzle games,
fucking
this
love
title
columns.
offers a bit of variety for you. Otherwise, I can't see this game as a real hot seller.
What the
I'm
fuck?
sure,
What?
I'm sure it sold just fine.
I'm sure. Oh wow, this is like some weird archive website too.
And he made little impact on the world.
I don't even
God.
can't even find the
Is it-
reviewers.
Is it the Wayback Machine?
No, it's just like GameZero.com.
Game Zero Doc. I love that name.
And it looks like the website lost all of its background graphics because it's just a white page with some text.
Or that could have just been what it was, you know, like
Probably back in the
1995 internet. That's all you got, man.
I don't mean to shit on this one article, but it was the only one that was negative, so I had to at least check it. And I'm like, yeah,
Nah, for real. Kind of fuck this guy. He sucks.
they don't even.
Fuck, dude.
It doesn't even give a name. See, what's funny is like GamePro's review is like half the text, and it literally just says move and shoot controls are very responsive, and the simple visuals and music are well done. This one puzzler is not a bust. That's the review.
I saw one on Moby Games that says quite fun, but doesn't live up to Puzzle Bobble. It's like they're not the same game at all. What do you mean?
The Game Land review is Russian, so I'm assuming that's a Russian site. I can't read that, but they gave it an 83.
I mean, I think when it comes to puzzle games, like if you don't enjoy the loop of the puzzle that it presents you, then yeah, it would get old quick because you're just not enjoying the experience. And it's like, well, that's all that there is, you know? So it's like with any puzzle game, it's like, do you like the puzzle itself or do you not? Like, I kind of enjoy Pack Attack, but I could understand why people would not like that game at all.
I mean, I love Klaassen, but I understand it's not for everybody.
Yeah, Klaassen is weird.
Klaassen is a game that some people love, some people don't.
I'm just waiting for its like dark reboot.
Edgy Klaassen, hell yeah.
I just want edgy Klaassen. Klaassen with 2 X's.
But
That's how you know
instead
it's edgy.
of the fun K, it's just a middle finger.
I'm there. The Bomberman Act Zero of Klaassen. Give it to me.
WB, I think you might own it. Make it happen.
Do they? Oh yeah, because it's Midway, isn't it?
It was Atari Games, which went to Midway.
Midway. Goddamn, Warner Brothers owns Klaassen. What is happening?
Maybe Klaassen hasn't been re-released in fucking 2 decades, so
and never will. Unless Digital Eclipse makes like the Klaassen collection.
Well, there's a clone on Apple Store called like Cosmo Bricks or whatever. That's basically Klaassen. So that
God, I hope it was called Klux.
Klux.
It was just a bunch of chickens. It was just a bunch of chickens.
I do want to say though, the 3DO magazine review is hilarious because they just glazed the 3DO the entire review.
It's the 3DO magazine. I expect it.
Well, it's like the hit.
God, I hate this fucking piece of shit console. It pisses me off so much. Why did I get this job?
Well, it's like the hit Neo Geo coin-op has been substantially enhanced for 3DO. I'm sure about that.
A part of me feels bad for these guys because, like, imagine like someone's like, hey, you have to write a review on the 3DO version of Bust a Move and have it done by the end of the week. And you're like, what the fuck is there to say?
Yeah.
Like, what do I have other than if you've played it, you know it's good. Just play it, I guess, if you like it.
Apparently, according to this review, the single player is more varied and challenging on the 3DO, which
compared to what?
Sure, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they made like new puzzle boards for it. Like, sure, but how would they be much different than other ones? I did like there was like those like kind of different ones of like, oh, you shoot the fire one and it blows up certain bits, or the electricity, which would sweep away some of them, like in a line. Like I like that. That was nice, but I don't think that's 3DO centric.
No, I don't. That's why I'm like sitting here going like, are you sure that's new?
See, I'm trying here, damn it.
Yeah, the review's just funny though because it's like 100% best game ever. Like, cool.
It's better than any game ever. Fuck Persona 4. It's Puzzle Bobble.
I'm surprised you can't. I'm surprised like they haven't like put Puzzle Bobble just in every game as a little extra Easter egg.
Honestly, yeah. Well, I don't even know if Taito still makes games, but like they should.
They do, but they're more of a porting house these days.
Yeah. Is Puzzle Bobble available on modern platforms? Let me check.
Yeah, you can get it on Switch.
Hell yeah, it is.
Oh, it's on Xbox. Okay, it's
everything.
It's ACA. Oh, like the Neo Geo thing. So it's the Neo Geo version,
which is still good.
It's Puzzle Bobble.
It's awesome.
It's Puzzle Bobble.
I wouldn't pay $8 for it.
Is the real question is there a bad version?
It's worth it.
Bobble?
They make one for the CDI. Did they make one for the Pippin?
Probably not.
Did they make one for the Wii? They probably made one for the Wii.
I'd assume
they'd have to. I'm sure they're fine.
Let me Google worst version.
Even the one on Neo Geo Pocket Color is still really fucking cool too. Like, granted, it's 8-bit and compressed as fuck, but it's still really, really cool.
Okay, we got the Google AI.
I mean, so is Neo Turf Masters, but that Neo Geo Pocket Color version is a great version of the game.
Yeah.
So according to the Google AI, the N-Gage version is apparently the worst.
I would believe that.
Surprise me.
I would believe that because I imagine it's like it's Puzzle Bobble, but playing it on that thing probably just doesn't feel nice.
And most of the complaints are just about the graphics and not the actual gameplay. So,
I mean, it probably looks like Dookie because it's the N-Gage, but
I want to go play more Puzzle Bobble now.
I still want an N-Gage just to have, but
yeah,
I want to buy one just to throw it at the fucking wall.
You want a taco?
It's a lot of money to spend.
You got a taco talk. Like that's the reason you get.
Imagine taking the N-Gage to like your like phone provider and being like, dude, can I get a SIM card for this?
Yeah, can I make this my phone? Hey, Nokia, come on, man.
AT&T, would you put a SIM card in my Nokia N-Gage?
I don't know if they even used SIM cards back then.
No, they did. It required a SIM card to work.
Oh.
For the original version, like you had to put a SIM card in it to like get the thing to work. Like I think it was they had a deal with, I think it was like AT&T or Singular or whatever, to where like if you bought it,
Singular.
I know. To where I think when you bought it back then, you had to buy a phone plan with it to even if you just wanted to play games on it, you had to sign up for a phone plan. And
so you could look like a freaking idiot talking.
And you had to take out the battery to change games, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, must play. Okay, stay away.
It's a must play. I mean,
must play.
Granted, there's probably better ways to play it than on 3DO. Let's be real.
It's true. You can buy the Neo Geo version on Xbox right now for $8, and it's worth it.
Yeah, it's on Switch, it's on PlayStation, it's on Steam. Go for it.
Go log into websites. It's in the arcade.
It's an absolute must play. I feel like 3DO did well with puzzle games. I feel like every puzzle game we've played on 3DO has been like, this is great. But I think that's a testament to just how good puzzle games are.
Do you count pinball as a puzzle game?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say petanque.
No, I wouldn't count that. Okay. That game's just. I mean, that game is the epitome of wet butt.
That game's the epitome of wet butt. That game's the epitome of that's an interesting idea. There, it clearly didn't work. Let's never try this again.
I would love a modern take on petanque. Like, give like a modern indie dev the idea for petanque now. I'd be curious to see what they come up with.
It's pinball, but you play as the ball.
I feel like that would work now because game devs they're so creative these days.
Yeah,
I think somebody could.
It hasn't been done already.
Maybe it has, and we just don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, Puzzle Bobble must play. Whenever we do our ranking, it'll probably be pretty high up there.
I mean, it's a really good port of Puzzle Bobble.
It is. I enjoy it.
So what
But
do you
I
think,
always
Aaron?
enjoy Bust a Move. So what do you think?
But I enjoyed it too. Must play. Yeah.
Must play.
He's playing it
Hey.
right now.
Triple must play. We haven't had one of those in a while.
I'm checking to see if it's on, or I'm checking to see if the Neo Geo Pocket Color one is on any of the collections. Because if so, I would totally triple
I'll
dip
say
and
on
buy another
Steam.
collection.
On Steam, I think there's just the two. The Neo Geo Pocket collections. A Neo Geo Pocket Color Selection Volume 1 and 2. They're both on sale right now.
Oh, for $6, dude.
Let's
The
see.
first one, you
first
get
one
fucking
has
House Fighters. Oh my god.
Samurai Showdown 2, King of Fighters, Last Blade, Fatal Fury,
Or the
Metal Slug,
Crush
First and Second.
Roller.
Those Metal Slug games are real good.
Dude.
Dark Arms, Crush Roller, and Big Tournament Golf,
Dark,
which is Neo
Dark
Turf
Arms.
Masters.
That is a weird RPG.
That's
Yeah.
a good
I-
RPG though.
And
That's
that
awesome.
version of Neo Turf Masters, like it's not as good as the arcade version, but it is a solid version of the game for sure. Stands up to Mario Golf on Game Boy Color.
Crush Roller is
Absolutely.
pretty cool too. It's like Pac-Man but with paint.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty cool.
And then number 2, SNK versus Capcom, Big Bang Pro Wrestling, Big Motor Unitron, Mega Man Battle and Fighters, Puzzle Link 2, Gunbear Neo Poke-kun, King of Fighters, Baseball Stars, Pocket Tennis, Neo Geo Cup 98.
It's
So no
worth it
Puzzle
alone
Bobble,
for Puzzle
unfortunately.
Link 2. Puzzle Link 2 is fucking tight.
I'll give it a try.
But yeah, so we got 20 minutes out of Puzzle Bobble. That's
We tried, god damn it.
That's something.
We fucking tried.
It's really funny. I was thinking about all the other episodes we've had Aaron on, because Aaron's been our puzzle game expert.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we got more out of Shanghai somehow, even though it was mahjong.
Well, I think that was the first time we had Aaron on, so it was just the novelty.
True. And then Tripped is actually an interesting game.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
actually there was I think
There was stuff to talk about in Tripped for sure.
There was another puzzle game on 3DO I was just looking at. I think it was called Gritters with a Z. We'll have to do that one next.
Oh yeah, that's on our list.
Oh, there's
Tommy
no
also-
Z, my bad.
Tommy wanted to do
We gotta
that.
get the boys back together for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You want to come on for that? I'll add you.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
The
But,
reunion nobody asked for.
Well, we already know Tommy's the Brett Favre of podcasters. So. How many times
when
has he
he-
retired?
So when he comes on 3DO, this will be his Vikings stint.
Era? Yeah.
Yeah. Can't
Was-
imagine
was-
why.
Was Ride Along his Jets era?
I mean, it I guess is still going alongside
the
other one.
I mean, it couldn't have been worse than Aaron Rodgers' jet stint. Oh God.
Yes. I love the fact that he posted one of the episodes in the GIF page and just didn't
He really
elaborate.
went to jail.
How's the Castlevania lawsuit going, Aaron?
Oh,
Can
it's going.
Or can
slowly
you
but
not talk
surely.
about it? Can you legally not talk about it right now?
No, I'm my own attorney, and I'll say whatever the fuck I want, and it's going.
But
Beautiful.
anyways, guys, I guess now it's time. We got the boss man here. We should probably shout out the. Oh, I didn't even notice he had founder of Ass there the entire time.
It's something random.
Let's talk about the SuperPod network.
I'm just imagining Aaron like seeing an ass, and he's like, "I found it." It was there the whole time. You lied.
I
to me.
claim this ass in the name of SuperPod Network. Plant a flag on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, tell us about SuperPod Network, Aaron.
I mean, yeah, it's just a bunch of podcasts on superpodnetwork.com. Go check them all out. We do blogs a lot too. It's been a long time since we've done a super show. We need to do another one of those sometime soon.
Yes, we do.
Then we got the game club, which is cooking right along. I'm halfway through Mega Man X2.
Oh yeah, Matt
As
powered through that.
I
Yeah, he
know,
fucking
I was trying, and then I saw he cleared it first, and just went, fuck. So I put it away for a
That's
little
what I
bit.
do every time.
You know why he did that? Because he's so fucking determined to get us to play Legacy of Goku 2 that he's like, I'm fucking winning.
Well, he has to put it in a poll. Okay,
Yep. It has to win. It's
I'm gonna
gotta be
make
a
sure I want to make sure it doesn't win. I'll stuff that fucking ballot box.
poll. Just fucking vote in front of a jury of our peers.
Oh,
Don't make me play it, please.
It's not a bad game.
I'm just being an asshole.
Oh yeah, and then there's our fantasy critic league that I'm currently losing, but I'm gonna pull ahead. Given the next couple months.
Did you
I swear to
use
God.
your new trade, your third trade already, or not?
I think I still have I still have 2 actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use
I
one.
used mine right away.
I'm trading Deltarune for Shinobi Art of Vengeance, I believe, because like
That's a
Deltarune,
good pick.
I don't know if we'll get an actual review for the new chapters or not. So
Something
fuck it.
tells me probably not, because the game still isn't done. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
7 chapters in total, so maybe everyone's just waiting till it's done to finally do like their complete review on it. I don't know. I was gonna do
Okay.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance, but when I saw that Double Fine game, I'm like, I'm gonna put that on there. That looks like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, who knows? I might use my last trade and swap out maybe like Mouse PI for Hire for some of these other cool new ones they announced in like the Xbox showcase and shit.
I think Mouse PI is coming this year, though. They did that trailer and they reiterated that it's coming out this year.
Fucking better.
So, it's coming to console too, which is great.
But
Yeah.
I think we should probably wrap this one up.
We gotta
Once
go to
again,
sleep.
guys, thank you for joining us. Aaron, thank you for hopping on once again.
Hell yeah.
I think you're tied for our most recurring guest at this point now.
Who's the
Can
other
I-
one? I'll fight him. Or her.
You don't want to fight Casey. He's like a sweetheart.
Oh shit.
I thought about
Okay.
to say he's secretly vicious.
You mean you never know. You never
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah. Just waiting for my raise, boss.
No,
you're getting paid.
fight me for it.
But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
If you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with?